We've gathered some of the best ones in a segment called Explain Your Tweet. We're going to start with this one. I'm looking forward to this, Ryan. Say, whoa! Aaron Rodgers out here looking like Dr. Sean Murphy on The Good Doctor, dissecting these boys on some beautiful mind stuff before doing surgery with dull tools to make sure it hurts.
Well, see, here's the thing, too. It's like, say whoa. Like, whoa is a person in New Orleans. You feel me? And so when you're watching Aaron Rodgers and the way that he played against the Dallas Cowboys, everybody's pointing to what Aaron Jones was doing. But this was Aaron Rodgers finding ways to make the right play at every opportunity he had to. There's a pass he throws down the sideline where he comes out and we're like, oh, we love Patrick Mahomes. Only Russell Wilson can make those plays. But Aaron Rodgers came out and reminded us this week that he is that dude. And the same way that Dr. Sean Murphy is looking at different things and you see stuff floating around in the air and it's kidneys and it's spleens and it's livers and he knows exactly where to go with the ball. That's what we were seeing with Aaron Rodgers, and those tools weren't very sharp because it really hurt the Dallas Cowboys.
But we know, according to you, you don't have a spleen. Bro, this defense is Swiss cheese, man. Boys getting ran through more than a discount car wash. They have to get this in order because that will ruin the paint on a Ferrari. 15 deserves better. Explain your tweet.
Well, listen, we've heard Louis Riddick call Pat Mahomes Ferrari Pat. Well, it doesn't matter because if you are running him with this defense that has the very harsh brushes, you are going to cut your car all the way up. And that's what we saw. We got Pat Mahomes out here limping, looking like he needs to be carried like Byron Leftwich was carried when he was playing for Marshall. You know why he got to do that? Because y'all can't stop the run. I mean, this is despicable. I'm looking at this dude, Marlon Mack, and now Marlon Mack is not even a Mack truck. He looks like a better vehicle than Pat Mahomes because he went out there and he beat y'all with physicality. Other than Tyrann Mathieu, which we know he gonna ball because he went to LSU, nobody stepped up and made a play. Go get Jalen Ramsey. I told you last week, you need to text and say, hey, bro, you up? I need you.
All right, bro, let's keep going. Never scared of a pissed-off quarterback. His position is thinking, composure, anticipation, anger won't help. On the other side, ticking people off. How about that? Ready? Is that what better for you? Who run, hit, and seek to destroy another animal. Just intensifies their priority. Kill everybody and let the paramedics sort them out.
I really like that. Hey, listen, this is a shout out to Alvin Mack, my favorite linebacker of all time. We know the type of things he was able to do, and he had Omar Epps as his running back, who was the worst TV running back that I've ever seen. Listen, when a quarterback gets mad, what are you going to do? Throw a better pass, right? Are you going to be more pinpoint accurate? That don't scare me. You know what scares me? Nick Bosa, whose dad is in the gym more than Baker Mayfield is, chasing me down, hunting me down, and really being upset about it. And when he gets to you and then talking after the game, he said, Baker, that sounded like, hey, come out and play. That was like the movie Warriors. You don't want an angry, swole dude chasing you, and that's just what we got this week.
It's the same theme here on this tweet. Bro, Michael Thomas is playing like the middle school kid that got held back twice and abuses folks' children in gym class.
Now listen, this was very personal to me because my birthday's in October. It's on Saturday, and so I was always the youngest kid in school. And so in the 6th grade, I'm in the 8th grade, and this dude's supposed to be in the 10th grade. He's obviously getting picked before me, and he's picking on me. And that's what it looked like with Michael Thomas. 11 catches, 182 yards. And what made me feel like he was the kid that got held back, Bruce Arians had seen so much, he started throwing challenge flags to protect his children. He was like the daddy that walks out to the middle of the street and says, you know what, son? I want your birth certificate. How old are you? You can't play with my children. I know there is no way you're 12, son. No way.
Let's continue. CMC hit Miles Jack with a two-hand touch route that scores a touchdown on Bourbon Street during Mardi Gras. Didn't matter who was around. That was a tutty. Explain your tweet.
So Miles Jack comes up. Christian McCaffrey gets in the open field and he hits him with a little iggup. And the reason I say Bourbon Street, if you're walking down Bourbon Street, I know I'm about to get out the way. If you're walking down Bourbon Street, it's like this, right? You can't even get through. He beat Miles Jack so bad that he would have had opportunities to weave in and outside of people and get to the goal line before he could even get there. I know that coming out, people say, you know what, Christian McCaffrey might just be a third down back. He might just be a guy that we can spot play. He got picked in the top 10. It was the right call because this dude is a star.
Yeah,
I mean, that was just like the best 10 minutes of TV
Yes,
I've
it
ever
was.
seen. Say whoa.
Yeah.
So,
well, there was an exclamation point there.
Yeah.
So that's why I was emphasizing.
But it is the exclamation point.
It's
but
like
when you
saying-
say it, you got to drag it out. It's like, say
Well,
whoa.
Yeah,
then
whoa.
you got to drag out
Whoa
the
is
age.
the name. It's
Yeah.
like I was
Say
saying.
whoa.
It's like I say,
It's
say
short.
Kevin.
The best
and
part is
say
I get
whoa.
to say things I would never say on national TV, and I'm allowed to just because of
All
RC's
right.
tweets.
So McCaffrey as MVP, I think he deserves to be in the conversation. But come on, y'all seen that dude, Pat Mahomes? Like, let's stop playing. That dude is averaging more than 30 points. The team is averaging more than 30 points in losses. That boy is cold. So as much as I love how everyone's jumping on this McCaffrey bandwagon, let's be real. Patrick Mahomes don't have all the offensive weapons that he needs, and you already mentioned that car wash of a defense that he's dealing with. So Patrick Mahomes gonna be the MVP until further notice.
Well, we saw Daniel make his list the other day, and he had Christian McCaffrey at the top. And I don't. And listen, I said coming into this year that Patrick Mahomes would only be overshadowed by Patrick Mahomes last year, but that was until I started watching Russell Wilson this year. Russell Wilson has carried the Seattle Seahawks for many years, and this year you watch some of the plays he's making, we're starting to say only Russell Wilson makes those throws, or it's only Russell Wilson and Pat Mahomes. He has now put himself in that conversation. He has 11 touchdowns, no interceptions, and it's not like he's throwing the ball short. He's averaging over 10 yards an attempt, and when you do that, you carry your team without the running game we're used to seeing, you have to go with Russell Wilson to be in this conversation over Christian McCaffrey.
That gets us into a nice segue here in the business, right? How about this?
Man, this dude
a fun
do TV,
question.
y'all.
Who is the best quarterback in the NFL right now? Russell Wilson has thrown the most touchdowns in the league, 12. He also hasn't thrown a pick. Deshaun Watson can make a case, 11 TDs, just one pick, has nearly a perfect game last Sunday against the Falcons. How about 28 of 33, 5 touchdowns, QBR of 95.7. He was nearly flawless. Meanwhile, Mahomes has only 1 touchdown the last 2 games, still has 11 on the season without an interception. He's thrown for over 1,800 yards in 5 games this year. And then there's this guy, Mr. Rings. That is Tom Brady. The stats are good. 10 touchdowns, 2 picks, just over 1,400 yards passing. The results are pretty impressive. New England is 5-0, and winning sometimes is the final judgment when it comes to MVPs. A lot of great opinions. So who are we taking in a situation here? If you had one quarterback to take, right, and you had to win 1 game, who's the guy?
Who gets to go first?
Let's go with Dan first.
I might be a prisoner of the moment, but this guy has won a Super Bowl. Right now, the way Russell Wilson is playing, that's my answer. And there's a lot of good answers on this list. But right now he's doing everything at such an incredibly efficient level. He's making exactly the right play to win the game. And I think at this point, I don't know, I just feel like right now I feel like a Russell Wilson fan, like a football fan, enjoying watching this guy play. So I just sort of wanted to make him my answer. It might be Brady, it might be Mahomes, but right now.
Yeah, man, all the enjoyment in the world don't win you a ton of rings. And the guy that's won a ton of rings is Tom Brady. And here's what happens, right? You marry a beautiful woman and you see her every day, and she's beautiful every time you see her. Every time it matters and you step out, you feel like you have the prettiest woman in the room. I don't want you to get desensitized to that. Be excited. Tom Brady is the prettiest woman in the room, and he has been for the last 20 years. Nine AFC championships, 6 Super Bowls. Let's not get to the point where we are starting to ignore what this man has done. We're talking about winning games.
Wait a second. Literally 2 minutes ago, you said Russell Wilson's your MVP, and you're not picking him as your quarterback to win one game right now?
Hey, guys, because I'm going to go with the person that showed me they're going to win more games than anybody else.
I know. This has been fun. This has been interesting.
Right.
But we all know the right answer is Patrick Mahomes. Bill Belichick would pick Patrick Mahomes. Are you guys watching this man play football? Like, let's be serious. What he's doing out there is ungodly. I am borderline incredulous with the nonsense that is coming out of you guys' mouth. This man is cold-blooded. He is doing more with less, and we've watched it. If we're just talking about based on right now, okay, I understand you. We can count up all these rings, but that was in the past. We're talking about one guy right now.
We know Brady beat him twice last year
and won the Super Bowl.
But that Brady didn't beat him. The team beat him. That's a different conversation. If you're trying to tell me right now, if Bill Belichick could swap quarterbacks, he wouldn't take Patrick Mahomes. Let's be real.
Everybody would. Everybody in the league. Everybody in the league would trade their quarterback.
Y'all saying nonsense because we on TV.
I do believe from just a singular point of playing a position, Pat's the best I've ever seen to do it. But the greatest of all time, the GOAT,
To win
right?
one game.
Down
The GOAT
25 in
that
the Super
won
Bowl. Who do you
is-
want?
It's Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Pat
Russell Wilson.
Because I knew what these guys were going to say. I wanted Russell to get some airtime. That's playing
He's
lights
right
out.
being a fan, but he knows
I'll take
he want Tom Brady.
Give me Russell right
Y'all
now.
just saying
This debate will continue.
You're
How
not
about
being
some
held to it.
baseball right
I
now?
don't even like
Russell.
dude.
I'll be happy.
Tehran, the delivery. And it's hit in the air to left field. Has to go a long way back. It's Adam Duvall. Wong tags. Duvall throws. The play at the plate. Safe. We go to game 5. The Cardinals have won it in 10. 5-4.
We've got 2 Game 5s in the senior circuit tonight. Mark Teixeira here to break it all down. Let's start in Atlanta, and let's talk about the Cardinals. And the Cardinals will win if what scenario?
They will win if Jack Flaherty dominates. This guy had a .91 ERA the second half of the season, but he was a little hittable. You know, in the first game against the Braves, he gave up 3 runs in 7 innings. The big home run late kind of put the Braves over the top there by Adam Duvall. But Jack Flaherty is one of the best pitchers in all of baseball. If he dominates, the Cardinals will win this game.
Going to be a great environment. All right. Now, the Braves will win if
Freddie Freeman and Josh Donaldson have to show up. Now, I think Freddie's beat up. He had a tough last couple weeks of the season. He does not look right. But if Freddie Freeman and Josh Donaldson can get back to being the studs that they are, they've struggled all series long. They each hit a home run or a 2-run double in this game and get 2 or 3 RBIs each, the Braves will win this game.
it's a game, too, also, where you talked about it. It's like the NBA. Let's just tune in the final couple of innings, right, and see how this plays out. All right, let's go to L.A. The Nationals will win if
Steven Strasburg's got to get 21 outs. He's on full rest. He feels good. He dominated in the first game. But the Nationals' bullpen has been awful. They have an ERA of 11.45 this postseason. So they're going to need to get 7 innings, 21 outs from Steven Strasburg.
All right, let's go to the other side. The pressure's all on the Dodgers. They'll win
if they're bangers, bang. You know, they're hitters, they have to do something off Strasburg. Turner's been really good. I mean, he has put up some huge numbers this postseason. But the lefties, because Strasburg's a right-handed pitcher, has got that dirty slider, Muncy, Bellinger. These guys, in the games that they've lost, the 2 losses, they're 2 for 15. If we can get Muncy and Bellinger going, the Dodgers will win this game.
This is their worst scenario, right? Facing a Nationals team. If you go back to May 23rd and you look at the best teams in the National League, it's the Dodgers and the Nationals. We'll see how that plays out in L.A. Reminding you, Sports Center, 6 Eastern after PTI. Sage and me. Yes, the double duty here. We'll take a look at Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes, what they have to do and what they have to prove in their first NFL matchup, plus the key factors in the Nationals-Dodgers winner-take-all Game 5.